What's up, y'all? Got a banger from HL Talk That Thought. Let's get straight into it.
And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep it a buck, but when you got the bull nose ring and then also the freaking, what are those, snake bites? It just looks bad. Shots fired! It's not a good combo, man.
Welcome back, family. Today, we will review...
That's just not, like, how much of the real estate on your face are you going to take up with metal and piercings? Like, I just don't see any guy that would want to really take you serious when you have that many piercings. But chat, let me know. Do you like it when women have a lot of, like piercings on their face, like nose and lip? It's just not, I'm not a fan.
Thing you wish everyone around you knew about getting divorced.
Everyone always prepares you that whenever you're going through a divorce, losing your husband or wife, you go through a grieving process, grieving for the loss of your marriage, the loss of your hopes and dreams together. But one thing that they really don't prepare you for is the loss of a friend, the loss of your best friend.
I'm sorry, but if you initiated it, you kind of deserved it. Shots fired!
The person that you always wanted to tell your day and to tell, your small wins and your small victories. And, I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together and haven't been together. Just having that desire to have them as a friend again.
Just another day.
This is why you should work on your relationships. Go to therapy. Go to couples counseling. Stop just, like, a lot of women would rather just give up on a freaking relationship as opposed to go to therapy and try to work things out. It's like, dude, anything worth having is worth working for. Put it on a freaking t-shirt, dude.
Out there in TikTok land that can tell me what you're supposed to do with your life when you've been in a relationship for 20 plus years with the same person.
You were supposed to stay with your husband. Shots fired! You weren't supposed to leave.
You have children, you have, built a life together, and then all of a sudden that life is no longer. What are you supposed to do with your life? Like, I work. I'm a registered nurse. I have it. So I have.
Nurses are tough, man. Nurses. I always say it's like nurses, women that are in creative fields like hairdressers, psychiatrists, therapists. Real tough to date.
A career, I guess.
Being a nurse is not a career. Being a nurse is a job. Let me know if you agree with that, chat. But like, a career insinuates upward mobility. But if you're a nurse, you don't just become a doctor because you've been a nurse for 20 years. So I don't see a nurse as a career. I see a nurse as a job. But let me know if you agree, chat.
I have hobbies. I have, like, I don't know, a house. I have all the things that I guess you need to live the life. But
they're meaningless.
I don't know how. I don't, like, do you date other people? Like, do you sort of... Like, I just don't know. I want to...
Dude, the mental gymnastics. Here's what you don't know what you want to do in life. Here's what you do. Ask yourself the question, where do I want to be? Begin with the end in mind. Do you want to be back in another relationship? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to have 5 wives? What do you want? Figure out what you want and then build goals and a plan and a list and a plan of action to go get that result. That's why you have to begin with the end in mind, but a lot of these women just want to stew in, well, what do I want? What should I do? Well, sit there and write it down and think about it. Get off TikTok, stop crying, and write down things. There's a book, I think it's Napoleon Hill, called Think and Grow Rich. One of the chapters, it's like, write down how much money you want to have one day. Write the story of you achieving it. Write all these things down. Write your goals down so you can achieve them. It's like, the only reason I'm hitting milestones in my life right now is because I've said, you know what, one day I want to do that. One day I want to do that. One day, and then I went out there and achieved it. If you don't ever plan it and have an end goal, you're never going to achieve any of these things. Good things in your life just don't magically happen to you, bro. I know the dating scene sucks, but so does getting hurt in an accident. Have you ever found yourself involved in a personal injury case? As an image consultant, I meet a lot of clients who are actually recovering from all sorts of injuries, from car accidents to workplace injuries. And I was actually surprised to see how many people lose their personal injury cases, which is why I want to talk about Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. They specialize in a wide variety of personal injury cases, and they've won thousands of big cases. And if you do end up working with them, They're going to fight for the money that you deserve. Just recently, Morgan & Morgan solidified verdicts in Florida for $12 million and $26 million in Philly. That's up to 40 times the highest insurance offer. And I'm telling you, your case could be worth millions. And the best part is, it's all free unless you win your case. Now, if you've also been the victim of a personal injury or a serious accident, you can visit www.forthepeople.com/Levi, found in the description below, where you can start your free claim today.
Focus on myself. I want to be happy. I want to heal from this whole process that I've been
Go to therapy.
in. But I also want to live life. Like, I also want to have fun. I don't want it to be all about being miserable and feeling sad and just going through the motions of life because my relationship, my marriage broke down. Like, I just don't want to do that anymore. I want to be happy. I want to move on, and I want to just find joy in life again.
I know that most of you just want...
You just want everything, huh? This, that, the third. I want the kitchen sink. I want money. I want success. I want a good man. I want a high value man. I want him to be 6 foot, 6-pack, come on, honey.
In love with my best friend, now ex-husband, ex-best friend, but they fell in love. It's now been 4 years, and I wanted to share
Maybe it was the double nose piercing. I don't know.
a very important lesson that I learned. The
Okay.
people that are meant to be in your life will be in your life. Nothing will stop them from simply being in your life. If it's so easy for someone to leave, then they were never truly meant to be with you long term anyways. Also, I see people begging people to stay in their life. You really want someone in your life that you have to beg for? No, thank you. And if you're really fighting for someone to stay, don't you value and respect yourself enough to just let them go? I know that divorce is really hard, and I know that sitting in the loneliness is really hard, but it's way better than begging and pleading for someone to see your worth and your value. You are worth so much more than that, and I hope you see that. So from one heartbreak to another, I see you and I love you.
It's amazing.
Good Lord, bro. What I love about all of these pity party patties, triple P's up, triple P's in the chat, PPP, pity party patties. Very victim Vickies, you know what I mean? Triple V's. What I absolutely find amusing with all these women is just the lack and pure obliviousness to accountability. What do you think you had control over that made your man and your best friend want to get together and abandon you? Do you think that you had anything to do with it? And I bet most of these women think, it was nothing I was doing, it was all of them. This is why I say life is a mirror, not a window, bro. Everything that happens in your life is your fault. As soon as you do that, you take all the power back of your life. When you say it's always somebody else's fault, you're a victim. And how are you ever supposed to take control of your life if you're always the victim of your own story? It's so dumb.
Crucial things that people don't talk about after you go through a divorce. The fact that the quietness and the emptiness in your home when you don't have your spouse or your children is deafening. You have to really get comfortable with being alone.
You can just hear the cheeks clapping more. That's all it is.
And it's very uncomfortable. You quickly realize that you are now the center stage of all conversation in your friend group because you're now living this wild and fun life because you're no longer attached to anybody. And I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of my time crying and eating pizza and drinking wine in the bathtub. Being single is glamorized in today's society, and people are saying, yes, good for being single, and you should really, really just enjoy it. It's so freeing. When really you lost your purpose because you've been supporting this person for X amount of years and supporting their aspirations and their goals and their dreams and their desires, and you lost yourself along the way. So now it's beautiful. You get to find yourself, but it's hard to sit in that and be like, oh, who the f am I? So maybe be a little bit more gentle on the single people in your life.
All these strong...
Yeah, I'll be soft on them. I'm only soft on people that maybe deserve it, but if you're a single woman and you divorced your husband, I don't think you deserve anybody to be soft on you. I mean, maybe your husband would be soft on you, but maybe that's a different type of soft, you know what I mean? When your ex-husband moves on right away and gives someone else all you ever asked for while you're over here dealing with all the trauma he caused.
That's not
Hey, man, don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife, bro. I'm just saying.
So that they can...
Just don't let your wife or don't let your girlfriend stop you from finding your wife, brother. Maybe he realized that you were just kind of rat crap crazy and was like, you know what, I need to move on and give me a good one. Divorce Lawyer is brutally honest about women and how marriage is a rigged game.
This clip for you that shows the consequences of the government incentivizing women to divorce their husbands.
I do divorces for people that, a woman walks out with $200-300 million. He was an analyst at Goldman Sachs who built a hedge fund and then sold it and then used his trading algorithm to build it up to $500 million. She was hot and slept with him for a while and then stopped and started sleeping with other people and playing tennis and having Botox, and she's going to get half. Like, that's incredible. Like, you know what he had to do to get that and what she had to, I'll that guy for $200 million. Are you kidding me? Like, that's insane. That's incredible.
Fellas, as long...
I mean, it's so true, bro. That's why you got to be careful. Like, it's always a good work-life balance when you're with a woman. You can't just prioritize work and think your relationship is just going to flourish just because you have money or you're successful. Loki. They want to see you. Come here. They want to see you. Sit. Wait. Free. Go to your place. Chunola's on the menu. We're out of beef lung and beef jerky, so we got to get some. But this is why I say there's two ways to fall in love with a woman. Number one, you and her are villagers. You build your empire together, and then you enjoy your dynasty. You're a king, she's a queen. Or you can go build your own empire on your own fruition. You become a king on your own regard. Then you go pluck a princess out of the village, and then you share her amongst your concubines. That's really the only two ways you can do it. Because if you are hyper successful and you make a lot of money, the only type of women you're going to attract are the women that are looking for hyper successful men with money. As opposed that if you can fall in love with a woman without her really looking at your monetary value, but looking at your personality value, the way you make her feel, your vibe, your energy, your personality, you can get her to fall in love with that. She'll probably never leave. But then also, she can't have a high body count. Because if she does have a high body count, then she's going to be Frankensteining you with other guys. She's going to say, well, you had this, but he had that, and she's going to be trying to pick and take the best parts of every man she's been with and try to make you that. And if you don't, you're going to fall short and she's going to leave you.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
It's a sad reality. It really is. So it's a fine line these days because a lot of women want money, and the men that have money, they do still want women, but they realize that if you just want me for my money, you're probably going to leave when another rich guy comes along. It's truly sad. It's truly sad.
All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single lady.
The comment is, dang, I know this must have been hard to keep going after all the balloons were popped.
Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Destiny.
Destiny, how old are you?
I'm 24.
And what do you do?
God, she's getting cooked, poor girl.
Yeah, okay. I am a entrepreneur.
Okay.
I have my own braid business,
Nice.
and I am a part-time substitute.
Okay. Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like to read, exercise,
Stop the cap.
volunteer in the community, and that's about it.
Okay. Now, what are some things you look for in a man?
I'm looking for a God-fearing, romantic man who knows how to listen and communicate, and also family-oriented.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Lying and more than 2 kids.
Ooh, all right. Okay, so we did get all the balloons popped, unfortunately, but let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping. All right, let's go ahead and bring out our
She
next.
got ate up. That initial pop, just pop, 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 pop. Sounded like she was at a freaking shooting range. Good Lord, poor girl. I saw this clip and I was like, chat, this explains why it's so much harder for older women to be single than men.
It's cramped, but I don't mind the space. I share a room with 4 dogs and a cat.
She's surrounded herself with responsibilities.
I'm gonna stay with you for a minute.
All right.
And I think Nicole is hiding in her own home, if I'm being honest.
You know what I do?
It's sickening, though. Women and their masculine energy overburden themselves with responsibilities, looking for things to care for instead of nurturing themselves. It's so true. You guys, let me know in the chat right now. Do you know a woman, and I don't care if she's your aunt, a sister, someone that you just maybe interface with randomly, a coworker, or, something like that. Do you know, I know at least 2 women that are the type to go save stray animals. Like they see a raccoon on the side of the street, they'll literally pick up a raccoon. They see a cat, they'll go pick up the cat. They see a dog, they'll go get the dog. Like, I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but there's a lot of people out there that would rather go help and nurture that animal as opposed to nurture and help themselves. And that's the biggest problem. They do that because they're hurt and they go, oh, they're hurt. They're projecting that onto the dog or the cat or whatever they want to save, and they go save the cat without really doing the work themselves. A lot of the times the people that, at least from the people I've interfaced with, the people that do go save these stray animals are usually very hurt individuals and need to do a lot of work. They need to do a whole lot of work. But yeah, I want to show you guys this chick again. She was on Diary of a CEO. It's a really cool clip.
Is it possible to spot a lie?
Yes, it's possible. It's very difficult. Most people can only spot a lie with 54% accuracy. And this is important to know about yourself, is we should not overestimate our ability to spot lies. We are usually not good at it. So it is very important to give someone the benefit of the doubt because you don't know. It's very hard to spot. It is possible there are certain statistical cues to deceit. There are cues that over and over again research find liars typically do, but not always. Like there's no Pinocchio's nose. There's no one cue that means someone is lying. But there are a couple cues that come up over and over again. One we already talked about, the question inflection. It's very suspicious if someone is speaking and all of a sudden they ask a question, if they're not actually asking a question, right? Like if all of a sudden you hear the question inflection used on a statement or a number or a boundary or a timeline, that's when I'm like, let's double click on that for a second and talk about that budget. So you mentioned the number was 500,000. Where does that number come from? Let's talk about more. And I want to hear if I'm going to hear it again. So that's a double click for me. That's like, let's make sure that I heard that right. Let's make sure that you feel confident about it. Where does that come from? So that's just a little red flag that says dive deeper. Nothing is a sign of lying. It's just a sign that you should dig deeper. So question inflection. A volume drop is another vocal cue of deception. So when we're anxious or nervous, we will lose volume and we lose breath. I always know what part of a sales presentation makes my entrepreneurs the most nervous because they lose volume during that part of their presentation.
Is very interesting. I did not know that. And I also feel like if you ask someone a yes or a no question, and if they have to hesitate, more than likely they're lying. It's pretty simple to spot that, in my opinion. But yeah.
So if I look on
I saw this one on another balloon pop video.
Instagram, is it a lot? So if I look on your Instagram, is it a lot of thirst traps? Are you showing a lot of skin or?
Do I look like I show a lot of skin?
I don't know. You never know these days.
No, very covered. Follow me on Instagram.
Okay. Well, with that being said, is it a yes for you for her?
I just don't like the way she just answered that. Big bag. I really don't.
I can't wait till you see it.
All right, well.
So if I look on your Instagram.
I mean, true, like why would you be so confrontational? And if, dude, that's another huge red flag for me is like, if I'm just having a casual conversation with a chick and like, I can't even ask her a yes or no without her just being like argumentative, I'm like, bro, I'm already out. Like conversation skills to me is such an important thing. And if you do not have it, I am out, dude. I am out. 32 fit, doctorate degree, no kids, college professor, 6 foot, created, sells hairbrush. What more do y'all want from women? Or want from the man, sorry.
Single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
How y'all doing? Is it on? How y'all doing today? My name is Daniel.
Daniel, how old are you?
I'm 32 years old.
And what do you do?
So I'm an entrepreneur. I have a business I started called For Those at the Front. We created the world's first multifunctional compact hairbrush for men, also used for women as well. It has a mirror, a brush, a comb, and a case, and it fits right inside your pocket. So you can get that on my Instagram. Check out the bio. I funded my business working as a registered nurse. I actually have a master's of science in nursing education.
Wow.
I also have a doctorate in nursing as well. Okay. And I'm working on my 4th nursing degree right now as a nurse practitioner, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. So that's what I do. That's it.
All right, nice.
Wow. Like freaking 3 degrees, almost 4 degrees. Good Lord. Good looking guy too.
Now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
So for fun, I like to get money. I like to, that excites me. I like to travel the world and just see new experiences, meet new people, try new food. I also like to just stay at home. Okay. I like to work out, go to the gym, but I'm really most of a homebody though. I like to stay home and just chill, spend time with my...
Chat, let me know right now, are you more of a homebody or do you like to get out and about all the time? I'm probably like 70% homebody, 30% like to get out and about.
family. Getting around with my loved ones is always a good time. Even if you're just sitting down, chilling, laughing, we're gonna have a good time. That's fun to me.
Okay. Now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
So in a woman, I look for a God-fearing woman. I look for a woman that has some independence to her, right? She can hold her own, for sure. I like a woman that is not scared of dogs, 'cause I do have a dog, a French bulldog. So if I need you to watch him while I go out real quick, I need you to do that for me. And besides that, I like a woman just to have a good time with, you know, a woman that I can vibe with. I don't get tired talking to her. Like, I genuinely enjoy spending time with her. So that's the most important thing.
Got it. Now, what are some deal breakers?
Deal breakers for me is a woman that's not God-fearing, a woman that smokes cigarettes,
Oof,
a woman that's not fun to be around, and a woman that has kids as well.
Okay. All right, so we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there and see why they ended up popping. Let's start here.
Okay.
Your name and age.
Hi, my name is Dina Rem. I'm a realtor. I'm 30 years old.
Hey, Dina.
I popped my balloon because I have twin
Freaking realtors, dude.
boys. They're 9 years old. So
now before. All right, so now before he did say the kids thing, you had your balloon unpopped. Why so?
I just wanted to hear him out. I want to be open-minded with this experience. I'm not too big on the nose ring thing, even if I have one. For my man, I don't want to be matching.
Make it make sense, bro.
You took it out.
Oh, but you didn't pick me. So,
You just got bigger arms than me.
but yeah, that was the one reason that I would have popped. But I liked everything he was saying. He has nice teeth, a nice smile. So yeah.
So now she's someone that's your type?
You said Dina? Dina, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Dina's definitely my type. Very beautiful. You look great with that red on.
Thank you.
So for sure, my type, yeah.
Cool, thank you. We got one over here. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
I got
Jasmine.
kids.
I'm 31. I have a 12-year-old.
Single mom.
And that's okay.
Okay. So prior to him saying that, did you have your balloon unpopped?
Yeah, I did. I'm not really a pet person. So me watching the Frenchie was a little, I was about to pop. But yeah, other than that, you're very, very handsome, educated. I like that. So yeah, you like to have fun. I like to have fun. You like to travel. Like it, and we matching.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's
okay. So now is Jasmine someone that's your type?
Jasmine's my type. She's a beautiful girl as well. And like she said, we're matching. So if you look like we're ready to go on a date right now. Yeah.
we was, but
I'm sorry, I don't have any kids.
I have a
so
12-year-old son.
Single mom.
That's fine, dude. Stop having kids out of wedlock, bro.
I want to start, you know, with a woman.
understandable. Yeah, for sure.
That's why the phrase marry before you carry is even a thing, dude. Ladies, you isolate yourself when you have kids because more than likely you have a kid, you get a little bit older, and if you didn't marry the man that you had a child with, what does that say to the next man? It says to the next man that your choosing signals are trash. Shots fired! Garbaggio, my man. So who's to say that you're going to pick another guy or you have a lot of red flags that you haven't actually resolved on your own? So why would I want to come pick up the pieces? It's like playing another man's save game. I'm not trying to do all that.
Stupid.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Loki, did you have a good time? He could care less about me. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go cop the 2 ebooks, The 4 Pillars of Personality and The 4 Steps to Style that make you irresistible to women and respected by men. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Peace!